There was a recent report that Americans have never been wealthier due to the stock market being at an all time high and real estate being at an all time high. The net worth of the average American, they say, has never been higher. And they say that even savings for people who don't own property or don't have stock, savings accounts on average have never been higher. Now, again, it is true that only about 50% or so of Americans own stock. Uh, I believe home ownership is very similar to around half people own, half people rent. I believe more people rent than own, but I could be wrong on that. But as I've studied minimalism and living below your means, and as I've experienced life, I've often shared, look, the difference between you getting ahead and you getting by will not just depend on your investments. It will not just depend on your house. It will depend on the discipline to manage a budget similar to managing a diet. Adam, great to see you, man. Hope you had a good day also, man. And I think all of us humans, the discipline to stay on a diet or the discipline to um, discipline is hard. I think the average person is lazy. And so I think it's really not the system a lot of times that screw us, it's ourself. Because really the biggest drivers of getting behind and just getting by are usually self-induced. The number one cause of financial hardship is too many children. And that's a willing choice, and obviously when we're younger, uh, we're led by hormones. Good to see you, Amar. Great to see you. And so, you know, but as we get older, if I think the average person can handle having one kid and still get ahead. They say the average American has two kids. Two kids, you'd probably just get by. And if you have two people in the household that earn good money, you probably just get ahead because daycare is very expensive. If you have three kids or more, I think unless you have a family that's got a lot of money, you're going to just get by most of your life. I'm the third of three children. I would say I grew up middle class, but if my both, well, if my mother didn't get a small inheritance from her grandfather, we probably would have been in poverty. My father was a construction worker, electrician. My mother didn't work when they were married, and then when they got divorced, my mother worked two, three jobs, almost like minimum wage type jobs, until she got older and eventually moved up. So, I'm fortunate in one sense where, I pretty much had what I wanted, without doubt. But I could also see how close we were to just getting by, again, if my mother didn't have a small inheritance left to her. And so, like I say, a big part of your financial health is going to be based on the number of children, because there's just no way around of having to feed that many mouths and then having to house that many people. Adam says, I showed up today and did bushcraft video. Awesome. With my friends and son, was pretty cool. That's great. Yeah, Adam has kids. Adam's a great guy, very positive. Um, he lives with family. He's got a couple kids. I believe just getting by. But he enjoys life. I mean, again, I always go back to, I don't know. I don't know if certain people would be happy without kids and being single like me. So some people are willing to just get by for the sake of living the life they want. Good to see you, Andre. I was just talking to my mom, and she was still working at the age of 74 with two bad knees. She just cleans houses like on the side to supplement her Social Security, mainly to keep busy. I mean, she's not making any real money to speak of. But I talked to her today. I said, Ma, why are you doing so many cleanings? Because she did a lot this week. And she goes, Sam, look, even if it takes away 10 years of my life, for me, it makes me feel better about myself and stay active, because she would stay in the bed all day if it wasn't for that. So I can't argue with that. Just like, I wouldn't want people to argue with me that I want to live in my car, at least for this season of my life. So as you get older, you also realize that, again, life is not this exact science, that some people will willingly choose to just get by for the sake of living the life that they want. Some people Uh, because there's two parts of getting by, right? I mean, or getting ahead. There's your expense side and your income side. So we touched on two of the biggest, well, one of the biggest expenses is having children. The next is the house. But the house, the size of your house and the cost of your house is directly related to how many people are in your house, right? More people in your house, the bigger the house, the bigger the cost. And then there's this just, lifestyle that feeds on itself, and then you just get by, right? So, like I tell you, if you're ever depressed and you're single with no children, don't be depressed. Well, again, all I can tell you is you have a lot of luxury being single with no kids. So stay encouraged. Um, but the other side of that, of just getting by, is income. So even if you have no kids, no pets, there's some people that just don't want to work, or they want to just work for a few months out of the year and then take off. Like even my father, he worked construction in the union, but he would a lot of times work for maybe 6, 8 months, and then when the job was finished, he'd collect unemployment for a couple months, and then he'd wait for the next job, and he wouldn't accept every job. So some people just like to take time off. Some people are not very ambitious. And so the income, they'll make enough to get ahead for a little bit, and then they'll stop working, and then they'll eat up their savings, and then they're just getting by, and then they'll go back to work. For me, I always kind of figure, like, as long as you can, just stay consistent, because it's like running an air conditioner. Like, in one sense, the air conditioner runs better and it's more efficient if you just kind of keep it at a set point of a reasonable temperature. But a lot of times people think, well, I'm not going to run my air conditioning at all during the day. It gets like up to 90 degrees. And then at night, they put their air conditioner on full blast. And that's putting a bigger strain on their air conditioner, probably going to make their electric bills even more. And so, now they're working twice as hard just to get back to a average temperature. It's the same thing with working. A lot of people take this time off. They figure, oh, I'm young, I'm middle-aged, I'm going to work for a few months and then just eat up my savings. But what they don't realize is then they got to get back in the workforce, which is harder because you're out of rhythm. No real career wants to see that you took willing time off of a job for months or years. It's a very bad thing on your resume. And then as you get older, you're not this young puppy that's going to run around doing DoorDash or detailing cars or doing side work. You're an old dog, and your body is broken down. You're not as quick, and there's other people younger willing to do it cheaper, and you don't have Social Security saved. You don't have investments. So you can certainly get to a certain point in life without hitting the lottery. You're going to be just getting by probably most of your life. And so good to see you. Suitcase, great to see you, man. Love to you. Again, always make exceptions. Everything I say, everyone has a right to live how they want, as long as how they're living is not hurting someone else. These are just observations. This is a structured topic I like to talk about. And minimalism and living below your means and getting ahead is part of my thought process channel in life. And even now, as I sit and I try to focus on my next step in life of possibly getting a home base, I think about the second biggest cost, which is the house. Because I'm not going to have any kids. I'm 41. I haven't had any kids. And I would say I do have empathy on people who have kids very young, because when I was very young, late teens, early 20s, I could have slipped up. So I could never bash someone at a young age for having kids, because, you're hormonal. Obviously, as you get into your mid 20s and up, and if you choose to have more kids after that, that's a personal choice. But when you're young, your hormones are really, driving you. You're like I always say, your brain doesn't fully develop till 25. You don't know who you are till 35. Hal, great to see you. Hal's going on his 4th week back to a new job. He knows. But now he's getting in a rhythm. He's got his first paycheck last week, and the first time he got a paycheck from a job in over a year. I mean, that's awesome. You get back in a rhythm, back in a flow. Does it still suck to go to work on Monday? Yeah. Does it still feel great to know that you have a job, you're not destitute, and have another direct deposit coming to you? Yeah. Will your job get easier the longer you want it? Yep. Will you have more flexibility to change jobs or change companies if you're currently working? Yeah. You're more employable if you have a job. The best time to get another job is when you have a job. So, the third biggest expense that could keep you just getting by is a car payment. The average car payment right now is $600 a month. Everything's inflated right now. Housing and cars, everything. And we know why. Interest rates low, global supply chain shut down, and people are still funneling their way back in the workforce. Probably won't really get there till September when the extended unemployment benefits run out. So, you're in this weird dynamic. But, like I say, obviously we talked about the kid thing, and we talked a little bit about the housing thing. The average rent right now, well, the average rent used to be $1,200 a month. Now it's probably close to $1,500. Again, if you're single, you can probably have more luxury of getting a smaller place and finding a little bit cheaper, but it's not easy to find cheap rent now because that's inflated too. Because people know that even people who weren't working were getting a lot of money. So, that's, it's tough to beat that. So, but a car, which I fell in the trap. You can lease a car, which I did. So I can't bash it. I leased a car for a couple times. And I also financed a car. And there was a time where I financed a car. As soon as I paid it off, then I would trade it in for another car and then repeat the cycle. This is the first car, the Jeep Renegade that I'm in now. I had for about 5 years. I live in now for 4 years. I paid off last year. This is the longest I've had probably a paid off car in my adult life. My first car was a used car, but in my adult life that I had a paid off car, and that I could get another one, but I haven't, because it's one of those conscious decisions to try to engineer a life of getting ahead, not getting by. I can endure a car payment, but if I also at some point want a home base, then if I get a car payment and a house expense, because even if you pay a house cash, you still have property taxes, utility bills, home insurance, etc. So, I think about that. Well, if I invest in a car, right, it goes down in value, and there's a cost associated with that. Whether you do a monthly payment or cash, you're taking away your net worth and you're creating an expense. Or, and then if I want to buy a house, then I easily get back to, just my bills before food are a couple $1,000s a month. Food is the biggest thing in life that blows a lot of people's budget. But here's the thing. It's like there's a saying, eat like a king, and you can say eat like a queen. One of the benefits of getting ahead is that you can go and you can have Starbucks whenever you want. You can go out to dinner whenever you want. You can go to Whole Foods. You can go to a fancy supermarket. You can eat very nice, high quality food. To me, that's part of a great quality of life. I mean, to get ahead, part of the reason you want to get ahead, believe it or not, is just to be able to kind of eat with a sense of not gluttony per se, but with a sense of high quality and disposable income. Because certainly you can eat out of a can. That's probably the cheapest way to live. Eat out of a can. A lot of canned goods a lot of canned food has a lot of high sodium, which creates high blood pressure, and it's not too healthy. But that would be the cheapest way, just canned food. So, but that's like living, what do they call it, like a pauper? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, meaning like a very destitute person. So now, but some people are okay with that. If I had to do it, would I do it? Yeah, I'd do whatever I have to do. So there's no shame in that either. There's no embarrassment, but we're talking about getting ahead versus getting by. Thank you, Suitcase, for congratulating Howell. Shout out to all the positive people in the members chat. Thumbs up to you. If you haven't already, if you guys appreciate these videos, click the thumbs up, leave a comment below. We'll talk about it. But I think about that. That's the lifestyle. There's a lifestyle that you create through expenses and income. Again, getting ahead means you have a greater income than you have fixed expenses. As an example, you make $4,000 a month take home and your fixed expenses are $2,500 a month, everything included. So now you have $1,500 a month extra that you can save, you can invest, you can pay off debt if you had debt. The average person, they say, I think, makes just take home. They make just over $3,000 a month. And again, if the average rent is $1,200 or $1,500, if the average car payment is $600, now you're right around $2,000 after you include insurances. Then you got food. Unless you're going to eat out of a can, you probably spend $500 to $700 easy a month on food and drink. So there before anything else, before extra car saving, you're close to $3,000 just in a house, just in a car, just in food. Okay. And you need food, water, and shelter to survive. And then again, if you have kids, that's how you get blown out of the water. That's how you just get by. So because, your car and your house are going to take up the biggest line item budgets as any person, including me. And then your kids are going to either determine, like, you could have extra, you could have less, etc. Jesse O, my first ever member. Great to see you. Shout out to everyone living in Florida. Hey, Sam. Hope you're enjoying the day. I made the most of it. I had to discipline myself a little bit this weekend. I did some videos. I archived them of RVs. I wanted to put some effort. That's part of growing the channel. You know, I can't just make videos on what I want. I got to have some. But I also did some videos of driving around and some thoughts. So I probably got about 5 to 7 days worth of advanced videos for my daily uploads, and I'll spread them out. I won't do RVs every day. I'll try to mix them in. But you know, my analytics show that, you know, RV reviews are one of my biggest mass appeal videos. They don't get traction right away, but over time they build. You know, and I mix that in with my daily vlogs. So obviously, you know, you have to build a sustainable model. I'm not a car dealer. I'm not an RV dealer. I'm a person. So I have to mix that in with also just who I am and my journey so that it's sustainable. Because I'm not going to just drive myself crazy looking for RVs every day. So, you know, it's a balance of things. Good to see you, Jesse. How? I am finally getting over my last job at the hotel. It is like a relationship. I would agree with that. I had a 13-year relationship with the hotel. It's hard for me to just leave. No, I can understand. I remember when my mom, the last job she had in the workforce, she worked in Newark, New Jersey for J.P. Morgan Chase as a secretary. And she had got laid off during the housing crisis. And that was like her best job. Because like I said, when my parents got divorced, she worked for like the school system as like a substitute. And she worked at ShopRite. She worked at a grocery store. But her last major career thing was like a secretary at Chase. And she got laid off during the housing crisis. And I remember like for years, and she still says it from time to time, like, that damn JP Morgan Chase laid me off. You know, every time she see like Jamie Dimon or something on TV. So those crooks, she goes, you know. But, you know, look, you know, and my mom, she sung on church at the weekend. She tried to make a little side money because she used to like to sing at the Catholic. When you sing at weddings and funerals, you get a little bit of money. Now, you know, the Catholic Church and wedding and funerals, they're gone. So there's not as many as used to be. But yeah, look, I say all that to say I empathize that a lot of people struggle with getting over relationships. I mean, that's why a lot of people go back to relationships that have failed. You know, that's why they go back to their ex, because their ex knows their body, they know their style, and they don't want to learn a new person. That's why a lot of people leave Florida. They come to Florida for this new life, and then they go back to New Jersey or whatever. Why? Because they can't stand to build a new life, so they go back to their old life. Andre was sharing about this friend these past couple of nights that he can't adapt, he can't sweat. He's going to go back to Dunkin' Donuts and order cinnamon raisin bagels his entire life while his wife has acid reflux. And, you know, they go to the Jersey Shore in the packed summer and they complain about it's too crowded. I want everyone to go back up north. And then they suffer through the winter, through black ice, through horrible times. Their wife hates them. They hate them. They hate everyone. And what I can tell you is, look, guys, your life doesn't get built by accident. When we're young, we make some mistakes. But when you're older, you better grab hold of this world or else you ain't going to like what you find. Okay. Jesse says, I have started house browsing and I've seen 1,000 per month HOA fees. That's high. For a 300K house in Stuart. Really? Nah, that's crazy. I would never pay $1,000 HOA for a house in Stuart. I want to buy something small, but not in the ghetto. Well, Stuart's overall a pretty good place. There's a couple little bad spots, but there's not like a huge ghetto in Stuart. So overall, Stuart, I highly recommend. But you can find a lot better deal than $1,000 a month HOA, because I know that area. So, and you could probably even do better than 300K. I mean, I think right now the average house price in America is around 400K, but in Florida, prices are still a little bit cheaper than average, especially in an area like Stuart. You can find especially if you're single. Jesse, I think you're single by yourself, right? You don't need a 300K house. Now, if you want it, you do what you want. But this, again, once you have a house is one of the big three. There's three big expenses in your life: having children, having a house, and having a car. So once you buy a 300K house, even if you paid off cash, property taxes, home insurance, and if there's an HOA, that will eat your money back. So you better be damn sure disciplined that you buy a house that fits your lifestyle and how many people are in that house. If there's 1 or 2 people in that house, you better go a small house or a small condo. Why? You say, well, yeah, a single family house will appreciate more. Yeah, but it's going to eat away more at your pocket for the entire time you live there. You don't make money on a house till you sell a house. Do you want to live every day stressing, eating out of a can, not eating wherever you want? Again, you're going to just get by if you buy too big a house. You can't get around that. None of us are good. Well, I don't want to say that. But what I can say is that most of us will probably not be millionaires. Okay. And so if you make above $75,000, you're doing better than most. Okay. If you're making below $30,000, you're always going to get by, even if you're single, because that's like entry level pay. That's like $15 an hour, $20 an hour. So there's no shame in that. But if you stay there and you don't move up, it's going to be very hard to get by. I mean, it's going to be very, very hard to get ahead. Let's take a hydration break, guys. I'm sweating my ass off. Click that thumbs up, leave a comment, sweat, and build your best life. Build supplemental income. Keep your expenses low and remind yourself daily. Discipline daily. Because if you don't remind yourself, if you don't keep that which is good on meditating on, you're going to get seduced right back into just getting by. And is there anything wrong with that? Look, guys, we're all going to die. We're not taking any money with us. But it's what you want. For me, I have a passion for this, okay? To own my life, to be financially independent, okay? Not for a greedy thing. Guys, I'm living in my car. I'm basically living like a bum, but, I eat wherever I want, when I want. I travel when I want, okay? So for me, it's not about like, oh my God, I want to prove that I'm like this great person. No, but I want to be financially independent as best I can, okay? That matters to me, okay? It matters to me to live where I'm inspired. It matters to me to make videos. Sometimes I push myself to make videos I don't want to make. It matters to me. Why? You got to find what matters to you. When you're just getting by, guys, nothing matters. You're full of stress. You're going to overeat. You're going to sedate yourself, okay? And it's a disaster. All right, let's take a hydration break. I got to roll down these windows. I got 54 people watching, 20 thumbs up. Let's get that thumbs up count up. Show the negative people that even though you got more fake profiles, we got more money, we got more joy, okay? Because happy people don't go to hate. Happy people go where they're celebrated. They don't bring hate, okay? I know some people want to bring hate, but what I can tell you is this. I focus on that which is good, okay? Have you seen me being more positive? Guys, I've been more positive, okay? Because I figured out the algorithm of the trolls. Let's see if they can get them mad. And I've overcome by the grace of God and through the word of my testimony. My channel grows, okay? My life grows. And the trolls, their mental health gets worse. I told them a long time ago, you're going to destroy the last bit of mental health you have, creating fake profiles, stalking my channel. And that's what they did, okay? And so I didn't want that to happen to them, okay? Because I don't wish bad on people, okay? But sometimes people say, you blocked my comment. Well, I want you to think about this. Do you go in someone's house and say, oh, you changed your drapes, you didn't ask me? Guys, I can block any comments on my channel. It's my house, okay? You don't go in someone's house and say, oh, why'd you change this? Why'd you do this? No. Hey, you can create a channel, okay? Don't forget that. Okay, let's take hydration. I'm sweating, it's humid. That's what I'm talking about. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Charles, what's up, brother? Shout out to Tampa. Charles says, what's up, Sam? I streamed a bunch of CAD tutorial videos. Well, that'll help the algorithm. CAD is a computer software program mainly for engineering. I don't really like CAD. I use it. I don't really like it. It's hard to work. Last week with sound off, it pissed a few people off. That's all right. Let them be mad. However, the positive people are saying thank you in the comments. Views have increased. Yeah, if you could do tutorials on CAD software, that's helpful. That's information. That's content. And when I started watching YouTube, it wasn't for nomad videos. It was for tutorials on electrical theory and different things I was studying. So, yeah. So that's a win, man. Look, just keep showing up. You, Suitcase, ESP, all my members. Andre has a video with a animal that has a lot of views. Adam has bushcraft videos. I'm not sure if Amar does. Hal doesn't. But yeah, look, if you got a channel, like I say, man, don't worry about what other people think. Just keep uploading consecutively, and over time, hopefully you get a little bit lucky. One video catches fire, and then just keep following up with the punches to the body. Okay. See, a lot of people want the Mike Tyson knockout to the jaw, but YouTube is punches to the body. Upload daily. Upload daily. Okay. Once in a while, jab up, boom, cross left. Okay. And then back to the body. Okay. See, a lot of people are swinging like, these haymakers. Okay. They're looking like Larry Johnson versus Alonzo Mourning. Remember that fight in the Garden? You got to just be to the body. Okay. And that's every time I upload daily, guys. It's right to the body. Okay. 10-minute video if you can, unless it's an RV video or something like that. Okay. And just go right to the body. And I do a 20-minute video for people that want a 1-minute video. Why? Because right to the body. Okay. And then look, what I can tell you is there's a guy, okay? He's a drunk, okay? He goes live more than any other critic I ever met, and he complains about people who go live too much. You have to remember, most people, guys, they live with a puppet in a shared apartment, okay? They don't have enough social security. Their whole life they just got by. And now they criticize people trying to get ahead. What I want to tell you is this: $4.99 in your face, all you haters and all my congratulators. I appreciate you. $4.99 right to the body. Bam. Okay. Thank you. What I can tell you is I just want to say thank you. I want to say appreciation and thank you very much, Charles. You're a good person. Thank you for your love. Twister, great to see you. Positive vibes out there. You know what it is. Twister, we're going to the body. Charles, thank you, man. You've been very gracious. Thank you again, Charles, too, for that gracious super chat a week or so ago, man. It's very nice of you. Back to live comments in order. Charles, I think I'll get monetized next week. Wow. Yeah, if you're already on a path to get monetized, you guys are beating me, because it took me months to get monetized, and that was a painful process. So good for you, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a big milestone. Charles, I'm hoping to create a paid membership channel like you did. Yeah, don't forget, though, it took me about a year to get monetized. It took me about 3 years to build up a big enough audience where I was even eligible for memberships, and then it was even worth it. Because if you're going to do memberships, you have to have created some value that it's worth it. And there's no guarantee. Memberships can work against you if you haven't built your channel up to enough. So, just be mindful of that, because memberships could have, and it still could, turn either way for your channel. And then once you create a paying model, you better deliver consecutively. Like if you have, as an example, if you have a channel like mine, where you say, all right, if you support the channel, if you get value from the videos and you want to be part of the live chat access, you better bring that live chat access every night, whether you want to or not. You better upload every day. If you say now certainly there'll be some people that just support your channel. There's a lot of great people that just support my channel. But what I can tell you is I show up probably more than anyone else I've seen. Because once you put that out there, they want it, or they demand it. Lisa, super sticker, $1.99 super chat. Lisa Strawn. I hope I said that last name right. Shout out to you, Lisa. We see you out there and we say thank you. Thank you very much. Don't take it for granted. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate you both. And Lisa said it in the super sticker, positive vibes or vibes. It's all about the energy, guys. Okay. You got to take care of yourself so you can bring the energy to your life. Energy creates your life, creates revenue, but it can also create destruction. If you got bad energy, you're going to be around bad people and it's bad algorithm. Good job. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Charles. All right, back to live comments. Suitcase. Whom have I to impress but myself? Yeah, look, again, if you're single, you have a lot of luxury. And but you still have basic needs of survival, like Adam with Bushcraft. You need shelter, you need food, and you need to pay for insurances. So again, I think if you're living in your car, at minimum, you need to generate $1,000 a month. At medium, you need $2,000. To get ahead, I think you need $3,000 a month or more. I had a guy, again, message me. He had no job. He was living in his car. And he said, well, I could spend less on food than you do. I said, yeah, you probably could, but you're still going to be just getting by. You don't have a job. Okay, so you got to generate about $3,000 a month or more, even if you're living in your car, to get ahead. $1,000 will just get you by. $2,000, you may be able to save a little bit, but when you need a new car, if you have an emergency, there goes all your savings. $3,000, you'll get ahead. Above $3,000, there you go. Now you're talking money back. Jesse, yeah, I'm single and not ready to mingle. That's what I like to hear. Let's let the human species create robots, and that's the future. I see, hey guys, if we're going to go to Mars, let's have Android siblings, Android children. I'm not mad at that. I see a lot of gated communities, and it's getting my attention so far. Yeah, I live in a gated community. There's some value to a gated community, but the biggest value is the location. The biggest value is the location. The biggest value is the location. Then the energy of the neighborhood, then the amenities, then the cost ratio versus quality of life. For $1,000 a month, guys, for a HOA fee, there's no place in Stewart I'd want to live. If you're going to pay that type of money in a monthly recurring HOA, I'd want to move to Jupiter. I'd want to move to Palm Beach. So that's way too much for that area. I don't know who's charging that. That's crazy. Amar, it gets hot in Florida. You're damn right. That's why I came. Beautiful life, though. You're damn right. I didn't come to Florida to shiver. I didn't come to be packed on the Jersey Shore waiting on a line for funnel cakes. I didn't come, to see adolescent children go to their prom on the holiday weekend. I did that. I came to Florida, guys, to live that next level life, okay, with no state income tax, great weather all year round. In the summer, most people that don't want to be here are not here, okay? Every Starbucks is magical. And if you're by the ocean, you're winning. If you're inland, you're in not the best areas of Florida. This is my opinion. Good job. Amara, lovely point, Suitcase. Just do you. I agree. Charles, thank you again. Bam, right to the body blows. Twister, what's up, man? Twister, we appreciate you. Appreciate you being positive. That's my girl, ESP. All the guys in Alaska want to get with ESP. And her guy, Nate, did a video today. The honeymoon's over. We called it last week. And I want to ask ESP right now. ESP, if we give you 50,000 subs on a monetized channel, would you live in a van with a man? Tall guy like Nate. Now, he's got his own YouTube channel, but that's his only job. He's just getting by. So I want to know, ESP, because I know you like the bag. I know you like your independence. Would you trade what you currently have, an NV200, your current job, and basically being Ghostface Killer of YouTube, meaning you don't show your face, you're like Ghostface in the beginning, and you don't want to show your face? Would you choose that life over a public life on YouTube, just getting by, sharing a van with one man? I want to know in the comment section. Twisted, congrats, Charles. I agree. That's a great accomplishment, Charles. I've been doing these tutorial videos for 2 years on YouTube. 2 years, there you go. I didn't know that. I have to check some of them out. Charles, oh, you're at 2,300 subscribers. That's great. So you must just need watch time. To get monetized, I think you need 1,000 subscribers, and then you need a certain amount of watch time to show that you have an active channel and that you're throwing blows to the body every day, or at least every week. ESP, way to go, Charles. I agree. Now, I don't know if ESP wants to be monetized. She got over 100 subscribers. Suitcase got over 300. Adam, what are you up to if you're still in here? Andre, what are you at? Anyone that's got a channel, let me know how many subs you got, and anyone that wants to subscribe to your channel, support them. I'm a believer that if you're confident and if you're doing what you need to do for you, don't try to stop someone else's blessings. Support them. There's enough money for everyone. There's enough success for everyone. You know who tells you not to move to Florida? People who can't handle competition. Okay. So I tell everyone, move to Florida, but you can't take it. You'll move out. Why? Because you'll want to go back to Dunkin' Donuts in New Jersey, eating cinnamon raisin bagels. Now, I will say this. There may be more economic opportunities in New Jersey, but you got to come to Florida with a plan. All right, let's go back to live comments. Lisa, thank you again for that super sticker. My man, Adam. Adam says, from what I heard, that in order to get monetized, you have to have over 1,000 subs. Am I right or wrong? You're right, but you also need a certain amount of watch time. That's why it's important, again, that you have videos. They should average around 10 minutes long. There's some exceptions. And you need to upload somewhat consecutively. You have to build up an archive, a catalog of videos, so that once people watch one video, then YouTube can recommend another one. And if people keep watching the recommended videos, then you get into this algorithm of your channel gets recommended to more people. And then that's how you grow your channel slowly but surely. Good job, Charles. Thanks for the positive, everyone. Charles, you're doing it. Pat Go. Shout out to Pat Go out there living that primitive life in bear country. Hey, Sam, what's up? I saw a happy squirrel today. I fed some squirrels. This is what I want to tell you, Pat Go. I fed the squirrels in the park today. And when I sat in a bench under a shady tree, and I was sitting there for about 5 minutes just staring into space and thinking to myself, do I like life or do I not like life? And some things I said, man, life's a little bit of a shit show, but there's a nice breeze. Then when I got up, when I turned around, you know who was on that bench? A squirrel, but not standing on its feet, laying on its stomach. The squirrel got so at peace, so comfortable with me, it was laying on its stomach. And I said, man, that was inspiring. So Pat Go, you keep feeding those squirrels. Keith, I hope you're still in here. I did a video today of the FedEx building in Melbourne, Florida. Okay, I'm going to upload it sometime this week. I drove around the FedEx building to show you, if you move to Florida, what your daily commute would look like. Now, it would probably be more inspiring in Naples, but, you know, you got to get, you know, the East and the West Coast have a different energy. I prefer a little bit more Southeast Coast, but I will do that video for you. I did it for you today. It's going to get uploaded this week. Keith says, what up, Sam? Hope your day has been going well. Had a couple good days. That's what I like to hear. I didn't have bad days, but it's been a couple stagnant days. But when it's stagnant, what do? Keep a rhythm, keep throwing blows to the body, and before you know it, there'll be a knockout. Soften it up, Twister. I've been on my feet since Cinderella lost her glass shoe. Lil Wayne, is that what Lil Wayne said? I don't even remember that. Yeah, Lil Wayne was on fire when he did Lick You Like a Lollipop. But I was never a huge Lil Wayne fan, but he definitely had his moment where he was at the top. We all have our moments, guys. ESP? No. Part of the reason for me to do van life is to be independent and free. Be careful. I wouldn't share a small space like a van with anyone. Well, I agree. I'd go camping for a short while, but not live. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to be careful, ESP, because if you ever go public, these guys want to get with you, okay? Even showing your legs, like in the last video, I guarantee you there's some guys. These guys are horned up on YouTube. Yep. I'm telling you right now. Now, if I was a chick, I would capitalize off it, okay? I would be showing side of my boob. If I had nice thighs, I'd be putting on some Daisy Dukes. Why? Hey, you got to shake what your mama gave you. These guys need some, eye candy. Now, however, there's a big audience for alien stuff. I know you got a passion for alien stuff, Elon Musk stuff, Mars and space, and there's a big audience for that. Now, but if you could like, show them a little thigh and talk about Mars, that may be a double win. However, I'm not telling you like do anything disrespectful. But look, I don't know. Like, there's two different parts of YouTube. There's entertainment and there's information. Okay, so you can give information, and if you do it good, like tutorials, you can get a lot. There was this one troll I had. This guy was a great coder, excellent coder, and he had one video got a lot of views, hundreds of thousands of views. But this guy was a conservative troll. He was talking about conservative this, conservative that, total nut job. He couldn't help himself. And it's like, it was a total disgrace. But I said to myself, if this guy got away from like the disgraceful politics stuff and just talked about coding, unless there was a major thing, this guy would be in the algorithm of success. But what's he doing now? He's in the algorithm of hate in Sarasota, Florida, living a disastrous life on the bottom of YouTube. Pago, love being houseless. All right now. I cleaned my mom's house. I thought, oh boy, I have 12 subs. What? Got to start somewhere. I remember when I had 12 subs. I got almost 23,000 now. At the end of this week, I'll be on YouTube for 4 years. So I'm going to do a 4-year anniversary. Tony, it's our anniversary. I'm going to do it. So shout out to you, Pat Go. 12 is better than none. But if you don't want to be monetized, don't even matter how many subs you got. ESP. Nate and his girl ruined their relationship. I believe in that. By moving into the same van. Yep. But they'll figure it out. They're going to end up back in the house, and they're going to end up camping on the weekend. And eventually, they'll probably want to go their separate ways. They'll still be friends. They'll co-parent their kid. And Nate will be back where he started, in an element, in his 50s, getting back on his feet. But I don't wish that on him. That's just my opinion. I wish them success. They seemed happier then. Well, yeah, I mean, they did say their relationship is stronger than ever. Next thing you know, they're going to tell us they're going on date night. Date night comes before divorce, guys. Hate to say it. Charles, getting my watch time has taken a while. Yeah, watch time is key. Like, if you do like, I seen you did a couple videos, like 15 seconds. That's going to be tough. Now, there's a thing now called YouTube Shorts. So they're trying to like compete with TikTok. But like I say, YouTube wants you to try to do a 10-minute video on average. There's exceptions. I don't do 10-minute videos all the time because they want people, to watch, and they want to be able to run multiple ads. Because remember, even though you're an independent contractor, it's in your interest to get people to watch more. Why? Because YouTube makes more money the more ads they can run. So if YouTube doesn't make money off your channel, they don't recommend your channel as much, and now your employer's not happy with you, you're sitting the bench. Okay. So it's like, you ever work with someone that hates their boss and they want their boss to get fired, and they go out of their way to make their boss's job harder? I'm saying to myself, you think you're going to get a promotion making your boss life harder? Nope, you're going to get fired. Or you're going to be on the list of people that are in trouble. Look, guys, unless your boss is doing something toxic or unethical, if you don't like your job, apply to another job. So like I always tell people, You don't get ahead by making your boss's life miserable. You get ahead by doing your job and being an encourager to your boss. And if you don't like your boss, then you apply to another job. Get the hell out of Dodge. Give a 2-week notice. Back to life comes. Adam, 209 subs. There you go. ESP. Ooh, my legs and my jeans. Like Genuine. How'd you fit in those jeans? What was that song you had? I didn't like that song. Back to ESP with her legs. My legs and my jeans that needed, oh shit. $3.99 super chat. Revenue's up. How is it, bud? Doing the best I can. Been enjoying some of your older videos. A lot of people, thank you, Jack. A lot of people like my older videos, like they like Stillmatic or they like a Reasonable Doubt album. I don't know, but I understand it because that was, it's like, I think everyone appreciates the primitive nature of the beginning of someone's journey because it shows like where they started. And I started like all you guys and girls, okay? I didn't inherit a channel. I didn't have someone promoting my channel. I just started uploading, okay? And sometimes I uploaded too much. Sometimes I said stupid videos. Sometimes I did good videos. But I just kept trying at it and eventually broke through. And the night before I got monetized, I'll never forget it. Because I was originally monetized after a few months and then I got demonetized because that was when YouTube said you don't just need 100 subscribers, you need 1,000. And they changed all their metrics. And so I had to wait another 8 months to get monetized. And I remember I was like going on like another year and a half now, and I still wasn't monetized. Every day I was uploading. I was so tired of giving all my time to YouTube. But I was still doing it, and I went live. And that's before I had memberships. I didn't have the ability. I couldn't block, it was horrible. And this one troll would come in, a bunch of them, and I was doing nice stuff, not political, and all nice, all night, and they still didn't like it. That's another lesson. No matter how nice you are, there's always going to be some people who don't like you. So I was doing this very nice, calm video, and this guy kept trolling me, all these different profiles, all him behind it. But I was determined. After I got trolled, I was thinking about quitting before I got trolled. But when I got trolled, that put more fuel on the fire. So now I'm definitely going to quit. They ain't going to fucking run me out of town. Okay. And then I remember I was up all night pissed. It was my first real troll, like big time trolling live. I said, I'm uploading tomorrow. They didn't think I was going to come back the next day. I came back. And the next day, it was like the heaven opened up. I got monetized. And that was the Lord showing me, don't you give up. And don't let these damn trolls run you out of town. Okay. Remember, these damn trolls are sitting there. They got no life. They're ugly as fuck. They got no money. And their whole life is creating multiple profiles, but they can't get a job. They know how to create multiple profiles, but they can't do data entry or DoorDash. Fuck them. Okay. What I can tell you is fuck them. Okay. Oh shit! Money bag go uppeth. $24.99. That's my guy Charles. Yeah. More fuel for the fire. Let it burn, baby, burn. Damn it, Charles, you've been very gracious to me. And I hope that fire catches on all those trolls trying to block your blessing. Like ESP said, don't let no one block your blessing. And like I told ESP, she had the thighs of popping. Okay. And use what you got to use to get what you got to get as long as you're not hurting no one. So what I want to tell you tonight, okay, like I tell you every night on Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, I go live every night. Pandemic or prosperity. Inflation or deflation, I go live. Okay. That's damn right. Click that thumbs up. And if you're a hater, click the thumbs down. We know that don't mean much because we know, okay, AdSense revenue and super chats mean more than a thumbs up, thumbs down. But hey, while you're at it, just click thumbs up. And if you're a total hater, just click thumbs down. You might as well make use of your lazy ass life. Because if you ain't happy here, why are you here? That's why, because you're a nasty person. But what I want to tell you is this. As I have sweat coming out of every pore in my body, because I am living in my car in South Florida in the winter. Why? Because I want to get ahead. I want to live where I'm inspired. I want to pay no state income tax. And when I buy a home base, I still want to get ahead. I never want to live a life that I'm just getting by. However, I'm not scared to work. If I got to do what I got to do, I'll just get by. But I don't want to stay there. I don't want to stay there. I want to go to Starbucks and say, I want a bagel. I want a fucking 5 plastic waters. I want a venti pike with steamed soy. And I don't even want to think about it twice. I don't want to eat out of a can unless I had to. If I had to, I would. But I want to tell you this. I'm going to do a video this week. If you want to live and have zero food costs, go dive in a dumpster. Okay. But if you don't want to dive in a dumpster, if you want to dive in a money bag like Scrooge McDuck, You got to get your revenue up. You got to keep your expenses down. And you got to show up and go right to the body. Okay. Because what I want to tell you, okay, is what I tell you every damn night. Okay. Showing up is the first step and the last step to success. Because if you show up every day and you get 100,000 subscribers, but you stop showing up, your revenue still go down. You can never get complacent, okay, on your journey to getting ahead. You know, some people make it, they get a good career, and then they get complacent. They get 2 cars, they get 2 houses, they get 2 kids. And is there something wrong with that? No, but there's too much stress, and they're just getting by. I want you to get ahead without hurting people and while living the life you want to live. But I have to speak my truth. And my truth is at 46 minutes into this live feed, you can feel the humidity oozing all over your funnel cake. Because I will not go back to the Jersey Shore in the summer. I will not go to South Carolina. I will not go to North Carolina. I don't care what type of investment Apple makes there. I will not go to the Rocky Mountains. I will not go west. I will stay in the moist South Florida, where all the rich and beautiful women come. All the people that can't afford South Florida, they go to the cheapest place they can find. And they still just get by. So what I can tell you is this, guys. I'm not an elitist. I live in my car for 4 years. Okay? And I work 2-3 jobs during that time. Okay? So what I can tell you is this. I can practice what I preach, so I can preach it. Okay? Is as you sit in your air-conditioned house, okay, whether a nice house or subsidized house, when you sit and you take a nap every afternoon, okay, and when you cream pie every trifling heifer, and when you feel like you need to have a second baby to match the baby clothes of your first baby, don't come a bitching to me that you're just getting by. Because I can't tell you how to live, but I can tell you how I'm living. I'm living a life that as best I can, trying to get ahead. For what? When I die, it ain't going nowhere. Hey guys, this is what I'm trying to do. I don't want to just be getting by. So while I'm here, I want to play the game. Okay. It's like, well, why do you play the basketball game? At the end of the day, we're all going to die. Why even play? Well, hey, guys, look, we're here. I mean, all right? It's like, why even get up then? Why even? See, depressed people don't even get out of bed. They take a nap, too. Yep. Why even get out of bed? Fuck it, be depressed. Okay. Why do anything? Fuck it, just roll around your house. Guys, that type of mindset is a disaster. I know people with that mindset. I don't hang out with them. I want to tell you this, guys. I'm sweating my fucking ass off. Pour this water all over my body, man. You're sitting there dry. Okay. Your skin's cracking. Your thighs are getting wider. I got big thighs. I put baby powder in between them periodically throughout the day. And your social media is a video of 2017 when you were celebrating New Year's Eve with fireworks. The last time you had fun was 4 years ago when inflation was low. Okay. And that was the last time you were excited? That's a shame. What type of life is that? You're just getting by. Even if you got money, your joy is so low. See, guys, I want to overflow, not just with the money bagging, but with the water overflowing my body. Guys, I'm not scared to get wet. Why would you move to Florida and be scared to get wet? Scared to be hot? What type of person is that? Never come to Florida. Okay. What type of person wants to be dry in circulated air-conditioned air their entire life? I'll tell you what type of person ain't just getting by. God forbid their air conditioner break. Oh, they ain't getting by anymore. They'll go into debt to get a new air conditioner. I did that. I went into debt for $8,000 brand new condenser and furnace, and it still didn't work. I'll never forget it. I'm going to get back to all these live comments, but this was a powerful rant. Okay. Why? Because it's the spirit of South Florida with no air conditioning. It's a spirit that is willing to endure to get ahead. See, I don't think you can get ahead if you sit there, even if you change the filter in your air conditioner. I don't think you're going to get ahead. I think you're going to take another nap. And then I had a member I lost 2 weeks ago. Want to know why? Because of the controversy over the nap. He says, Sam, I love all your videos, but I got to disagree with you. I will always take a nap. I got to listen to my body. And I went the next day, I went live. I said, I'll never agree with a nap. He unsubscribed and he canceled his membership. Why? Because I'm living to get ahead so I don't have to pander to anyone, including even if it costs me a little bit of money. Because I think long term, if I'm able to be myself, I'll get ahead. See, when you're just getting by, you got to live with people you don't like. You got to share a room. You got to share an apartment. What can you do? You can't do much. You're just getting by. Okay. You got to let every comment in the comment section ride. Like I said, someone said to me today, well, I think you blocked my comment. You know, that's like coming in my house talking about, why'd you change the drapes? Hey, guys, this is my house, okay? I change the drapes in this bitch anytime I want, okay? I'm going back to these members' comments. I appreciate my members being patient. I'm trying to give you the overflow, the abundance of my spirit, okay? So that you can take it, put your own twist on it, and apply it to your life, get value out of it. And then if you want to leave, you leave. No pressure. Okay. But I want to tell you this. Life is not just determined by money. Money's part of it, though. Life is determined by what's your spirit. Are you just getting by barely enough to get by? Now, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I just get through the day. But I push myself to go for another walk, to do another video. I drove yesterday 2 hours to do an RV video. Why? I don't have to. I mean, you know, it's not necessarily, it's no guarantee it's going to get more views than any other video. But I know that it tends to provide more value periodically. I don't know how many people will get out of their bed 2 hours early, damn near drive 2 hours out of their way with no guarantee. I saw some unemployed guy tell me he wouldn't accept a job because it didn't pay enough. I said, oh shit, really? Oh, all right, well, stay unemployed, man. That's a lot of money right there. Okay. So, guys, I don't know the mindset. But I know the mindset of just getting by. The type of person who doesn't have a job say, I'm not going to take that job, it's beneath me. What? Hey, guys, look, I want to get ahead. Okay. So, there's a different mindset. Now, there's the grace of God. I don't want to be boastful. I don't want to be bold, but I got to share this with you because I am soaking wet. I don't know when the last time you could say that. I don't know. Okay. So, all right, I got to go back live comments, guys. I'm sweating my ass off. And I'm soaked. I'm wet. I don't even remember where I was at. Thank you again, everyone. Charles, Jack, Lisa. Back to my members' comments. ESP says, my legs and my jeans that needed a trip to the laundry. I didn't notice any stains. Clickbait. And there's nothing wrong with that. ESP. I would use your thighs as clickbait. Yeah, I would have no shame in that. Hey, shake what your mama gave you. You're looking good in those jeans. Pat Go. I got over 2,000 views of cats grooming each other. I would use that as clickbait. I would show the cat's thighs. There's some people in the cat porn. That's true. Guys, use whatever you got now. You know, hey, you got, remember this. You got to market. You got to market. You know, some people, now look, obviously, if every one of your videos is clickbait, people are eventually not going to watch. But you got to figure out, okay, how to market your channel. The name of your channel has to have some marketing value. The content, the titles, everything's got to be a little bit catchy. What are people searching? Now, you're going to get luckily, you know, sometimes a video will go viral and it has no marketing. It's just viral. But overall, all you're trying to do is increase your odds of success. Nice title. You know, if you're living in your car and you're doing a video, even in general about living in your car, it should always be backslash living in a car. That's what people are searching, living in a van. Like ESP did a video the other day. She should have put backslash living in a van. Because I don't remember what the name of the video was. It wasn't like check out my thighs and my jeans. It was something, but she should have, next video, ESP backslash living. This is what you should do, ESP. Backslash solo female living in a van. Oh, now you went to the algorithm of success. Because when people search YouTube, and YouTube recommendations based on some of what your titles are for your videos. So if your title for your video is always backslash solo female living in a van, now you go into another algorithm. But if your video is backslash Dairy Queen treats, now you in food review videos. Now you competing with Dame Drops. I watch food reviews sometimes. I want you to get into the algorithm of success. If you do an RV dealer, I want you to know how much is that going to cost per month. People want to know how much is the payment, because most people are not going to buy cash. And they want to know how much and how long and how much the RV weighs. They don't, everyone will give you an RV video, but they want to know the payment. They want to know the money back. Okay. That's right. Cat thaw porn. Okay. Whatever you got to do. So, all right, let's go back to Leaf's live comments. And same thing like for Charles, backslash CAD how-to tutorials or whatever. Yeah. Because CAD tutorials are popping. Where are we at? Pago. I read that. Groom, yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, basically. Keith, I'm my guy. Appreciate you doing that. I got you, man. Talking about the video I'm going to be doing about the FedEx building he may work at. I was in a tropical fish hobby this week. I was able to get rid of all that. I'm very close to putting my condo on the market. Remember, Keith, most people who are going to buy a house, they buy it by September. Why? Because they want to get into their house by the time the school year starts. Most people. There's some exceptions, of course, bachelors too. But most people who buy a house are in a relationship. And many people who buy a house, maybe not so much a condo, but many people have kids. And if they have kids, they want to get settled before the school year. So try to get that house on the market while everyone's still off of vacation. They still got federal unemployment and inflation's high. Good job, Keith. Jack, thank you again, brother, for that gracious super chat. Thank you for checking out my old videos. Appreciate you, Jack. Twist of fire emoji. ESP. I'm at 117 subs. Hey, you crossed the 100 mark. That's a big barrier. I remember when I crossed 100 subs, I almost quit at 103 subs. I almost quit at 5,000 subs. I almost quit at 10,000 subs. There's times even now I want to quit. Obviously, as the revenue grows, I'll have less I want to quit. Why? Hey, I want to get ahead more than I want. But when you ain't getting paid, and when you're barely getting paid, you always want to quit. But I kept showing up. Just like working at Walmart. Hey, I don't want to be there, but I want to get paid. And I don't want to stay at the entry level. I want to move up to the manager. Now, after a certain point, I really don't want to move up, but I got to get the bag at a certain point. You got to get the bag at a certain point to get ahead. Okay. Jesse, Sam, what's the most you'd be willing to pay in an HOA fee in Florida? Good question. No more than 400, and 400 better be in Palm Beach County. And it better be at the very high end. But I don't even think I'd want to pay that. 300 would be the max right now. 300. 400 would have to be a super duper deal. And I mean, I'm in love with the property. I could still afford it. Guys, no HOA fee, even if it's in a beautiful area, is worth it if I can't afford it. But remember, even if you pay off the mortgage and even if you pay cash, the HOA fee is not going to do anything but go up. Even if it stays the same, you're never getting rid of that. So if it's at 300 now, in 15 years, it'll be at 500, okay, etc. So right now, the max I would want to play is probably 300. If I really pushed it 400, but I don't think I'd want to push it that much. I would want to be between, the average would be between 200 to 250. 300 would be my max right now. Good question. That's the max I would pay. And that's what I paid in New Jersey 15 years ago, but New Jersey and Florida is different. And also, again, I look at property different now, but 300 would be the max. Charles, but it better be in a damn nice area. Good question. Charles, thank you again, Charles, for that fuel Thank you for that love. You've been very gracious to me. Thank you. Adam, I have 68.9 hours of watch time. Okay. Somebody may need to Google it. I don't know what the current watch time criteria is for monetization. Pat Go, yeah, money back, thumbs up, squirrels, palm trees, and laughing. All the things that are good for the soul. I appreciate that, Pat Go. I appreciate your positive attitude and your sense of humor. God bless you. Amar, head down and keep going. I agree with that. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to Love your energy. Hey, 2 Live Crew told you they're from Miami. Face down, ass up. Charles, 4 fire emojis. Charles, the spirit of the all-night gas station be upon you and also with you. Thank you. Twister, Sam, the fire you're speaking is literally overheating my phone. Mine too. I'm sweating my ass off in this bitch. Thank you, man. Thank you very much, Twister. You're very positive, very supportive. Thank you. Charles, hell yeah, Twister. I appreciate you both. Twister, thank you again for all this encouraging emojis. And Charles, ESP, someone couldn't agree to disagree over naps. It was the end of our relationship. I remember telling the Asian MILF we couldn't agree on something. And I said, I think it's time we go our separate ways. So every relationship, you get to that phone call or that text where I think it's time we go our separate ways. I had someone message me today. They said they've been married for 43 years. And their husband has been nasty ever since he had a stroke 10 years ago. What should I do? I said, hey, it's up to you. But obviously, if it's unhealthy, you got to get a divorce. Or if he can't take care of himself and you can't take care of him, you got to get a caretaker. But every relationship comes to an end. It's true. Sometimes it's over a nap after 2 weeks of being together. Twister, laughing at ESP. Charles, very true, ESP. I got love. I still respect him. Because remember, he had to actually care about me to be a member. But I also had to respect myself. I don't agree with naps. And I cannot co-sign naps unless you're a senior. I think you may have been a senior. Or you're seriously disabled. But even when my mom takes a nap and she's a senior, she gets more depressed. Pat Go, cat thighs. Hey, I'm not mad at that. Everyone's got their own type of porn. As long as it's not like that harsh, brutal porn. We talked a little bit about that last night. I can't co-sign that. Cat thighs. Yeah, a lot of people like dress up like Catwoman. A lot of people like that. ESP, you make a lot of money doing that. If you wanted to. ESP. Yeah, that's like a cat emoji. Cat porn. ESP. My stomach is hurting good. Laughter is good for the soul. We love you, ESP. We respect you. You're very intelligent. You can make a lot of money talking about, telescopes and stuff. But most people are primitive. Well, I don't want to say, yeah, most people, they want to talk about porn, not about telescopes. But if you get people to talk about telescopes and solar, you go into another algorithm. So if you can break that code, you'd go very far. And you're very intelligent. You could probably do it. But now dressing up in a cat suit may not hurt, but everyone's different. Charles, create a We Broke Up video. Yeah, I may do that. That's a good title. That's actually a great title. We Broke Up. That would get a lot of views. Pat Go, 2 cats with the thighs break up. That's another great suggestion. I may do that too. Charles, laughing good. ESP, I hate the solo female life. Hey, I hate a lot of things too, but you guys secured a bed. Because to me, it sounds like, please stalk me. ESP, when you're dealing with people online, they're going to stalk you no matter what. So you might as well get monetized for it and you might as well play the game, okay? Because no one's going to click on a video that the title doesn't catch them and they want to see some inner thigh. Even for me, I've had some girls, they want to see this, they want to see that. So luckily I got broad shoulders. A lot of chicks like that, okay? Now, even the gay guys, some of them want to get with me, then they got upset with me. Then they say, I want you to lose weight. I want you to do this. Whoa, guys, don't forget, I'm not with you. Okay, I'm not going to dress up for you. But I'll play a little bit along. Yeah. Twister's laughing good. Charles laughing good. ESP. Laughing with everyone good. Keith. Sam. Talked to a coworker who transferred to the station and she has been there for 4 years and loves it. If you move to Florida right, you ain't never going back. She said, Killer B, that's my coworkers call me, says she will keep her eyes out. That's what I'm talking about. Way to network. Networking is one of the wise steps of success. Network. Let people know what you're interested in and remind them. Good job. Twister, nice. I agree. Keith is on the right track. Keith, thank you, Twister. Twister, you're very positive. Thank you for all your support. All right, guys and girls. I'm basically drowning in my own sweat and free Starbucks water. But that's what I do, okay? Every night, I try to pour out my soul, use my gift of communication, put the work in to refine it. And I've been fortunate enough along the way to pick up some great people that support me. And I've had some broken relationships, some disagreements over naps, and some people who just want to get with me. However, all I can do is show up and put my best effort forward. Some of it will stick, like spaghetti thrown against a cabinet. I remember a girl used to do that. So some will not stick, okay? So I don't know if it's going to stick or not, okay? But I know this, a lot of people are dry, okay? And a lot of people just want solo female traveler. A lot of people just want 5 reasons to move to Florida, even though that's a good reason. I did a video called that, and I'll continue to do that. I'll do what I need to do in a healthy, safe, proper way to get ahead. Nothing is worth doing the wrong way to get ahead. But I don't want to just get by. Now, again, if I had to, you do what you got to do. I mean, just get by. I don't look down on anyone. But again, I want to get ahead. So hopefully this video helped you. Thank you for all my members. Thank you for all the gracious super chats. I'm very appreciative. I will see you tomorrow, God willing. May the sweat from South Florida ooze right through your phone on top of your clear colored case and all the way down your Roku TV for all my broke people watching on a Roku TV. What I want to tell you is this. Maybe you're watching on a mobile device. Maybe you're watching on a laptop. Maybe you're watching on Roku TV. I love you, Jesse. Never pay more than $300 HOA fee. At this current time, adjust that for inflation. The best county is probably Palm Beach County. $3.99 paid to Nolan. Love you, bro. Reciprocal love and appreciation back to you, paid to Nolan. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you coming in hot at the end. I want to thank you, paid to Nolan. Love to you. Appreciation, reciprocal. Remember that word, reciprocal. It means mutual. Energy exchanged at a mutual level. Thank you. ESP, good night. I love you. Very proud of you, ESP. Very proud of everyone out there putting their best effort to do the best they can. Remember, the honeymoon is over. But when the honeymoon is over, you have to decide how long do you want to stay. And I have no idea what I'm talking about now. Now I'm just reaching for things. Okay. So now I'm going to exit the stage because I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. I love you guys. Take care. Stay single. I could always say that. That's true. You ain't going to go wrong doing that.